is I'm going to go and double click the riff itself and bring it into the loop editor or the loop construction view or whichever. You'll notice everything is black, okay, except for this one little part that's got the color of the track. This is actually his riff. So if we listen to it, now it just played played back through itself just now, but problem is if I extend it out, it's not the loop. It's the rest of the audio file that I just cut it from. Which is not what I want. So let me undo that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into my loop construction view. Okay, I'm going to go to clip and go to loop properties, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this into a loop that then I'll be able to sit there and drag and manipulate on the timeline in Sonar and do whatever the heck I want with this 4-measure section to do all kinds of wacky stuff. So I'm going to click enable looping and beats in the clip. We got 4 measures, so we've got 16. So I'm going to put it to 16. And since it's not a pitch, well, it is pitch related, but we're not going to be, pitch shifting if we change keys or anything. We're just going to leave it the way it is. This is mainly a repeating rhythmic unit, whichever, so we'll just leave it as such. Let me click OK. Now you notice Sonar went ahead and create all these little beat markers and grid lines and the whole thing. So now if I play the clip, now what I need to do is I need to, oops, hold on, back here and save loop. I'm going to go back into the project here, audio, and you can see I've already got some of the riffs already labeled in there. I'm just going to label this one demo riff. Okay, now that one's been saved. So now what I can do is I can go back into the project. Now, check this out. Now that I've created the loop and set the right point for it and everything, I can grab it and just extend it out. So now check out what happens. I'm going to put session drummer on solo too. So let's go to the beginning of this. We riff now, it's going to repeat in time with the drummer, and it's going to repeat itself over and over again. Right? Okay, so I went ahead and done that one, and now I can go back in to his, let me go back out to that area. Well, let me turn off this thing first here. Hold on, I'm sorry. Go back to this track here. Kind of. Then I would find like the next, say this chorus riff, and I will go ahead and do the same thing, and once I'm done, what I basically have, it'll have this. Let me turn off let me get this one out of the way. I've already done it with all the different clips. Let me kind of done it with this one here. So if I archive this and listen back to it, and I just went ahead and just put them in different spots, not necessarily, oops. There we go. And this, of course, I can drag. one, and I went ahead and did the next riff. Let me kind of put you there. So that's that one. Actually, I don't want to do that. Hold on. Let me shrink you down some. All right, now let me. Okay, then I have this one here. Cool. And then I guess the chorus section or whichever. All right, now let's mute that one back out. I'm gonna go now. And what I've done is I've actually assembled an actual track song with all the pieces put together, looped out however I needed it and so on, to where I was able to fill it into just over a, I guess like a whole verse, chorus, and so on. So you guys give it a quick listen here. And so on and so forth. So I went ahead and played that clip there for the Tone King, and he was just like, wow, that was really, really cool. So I guess now at this point we're working on trying to figure out the exact song structure, and there might be even lyrics to be sung too. So stay tuned for that. And let me wrap this up, and we'll send it on back to the Tone King. So there we have it. Went ahead and did some edits and worked some digital magic on the audio, so we can kind of help the Tone King start piecing together a song that all he had originally at all was just a riff or two, And now I've been able to take these riffs and we can manipulate them in time and space in our DAW to work with it to sort of, try different song structures and that sort of thing. And by being able to turn the loop function on for a particular clip that I snipped out of the original take, basically allows us to, extend out the time frame that a particular section or riff or whatever idea can be played for. Maybe he played it only twice on the take, but maybe we're hearing in the song playing it 4 times or 6 times for the verse or something like that. And by having the loop functionality for that particular clip turned on, and then suddenly that's a reality, something we can actually do. this is not something that probably would have been very feasible or even possible to do many years ago, before the advent of digital technology, digital audio workstations, that sort of thing. You really can't do this with analog tape. I suppose you really could, but I mean, it probably wouldn't even be worth the trouble and the hassle, or the expense, I'm sure. So, but today we can do a lot of this copying and pasting and looping and stuff like that. And a lot of pop music is, auto-tuned and copied and pasted and all kinds of other stuff. And for our purposes, in the metal world, we really don't use that functionality for the actual song. But we're in the process of collaborating. We're in the process of building something, and it's a technology. It's a technique we can take advantage of to get our ideas down and manipulate the ideas to try to come up with something exciting, something new. And then once we have it, then it's a matter of, okay, well, that's what we want. This sounds totally rocking. We're going to go with this. And then get in there, fire up the amps, take them off standby, turn them up, stick an SM57 or whatever mic on there, and let it rip, And then you actually record the whole song, like a one take or whatever, as opposed to, looping and stuff like that. Because that just, you gotta cut it, man. That's cheating. It's like Milli Vanilli back in the day, or Manilli Vanilli, or Villi, whatever. Anyway, so that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks so much. Tone King project should be on its way back to you. And you can play around with the different song structures or whatever. Or, we can work on it on the phone or whatever. And lyrics, if you got lyrics, and we can throw them on there. And that's all I got. So, guys, sorry for the long. I'm going to probably split this up into 2 videos, maybe 3. But go ahead and hit me, give me a like down below, hit subscribe so you can kind of follow through the whole series, because we're going to take this all the way through to iTunes. So, I mean, that's the ultimate goal. So hopefully you'll be there every step of the way. So thanks again for hanging out, guys. Rock on. We'll catch you later.